Your experience of life largely depends on how you perceive it. And the way that you perceive it largely depends on the vantage point from which you're viewing it, right? So, if you're viewing your life from the vantage point of being somebody that easily achieves everything that you want, you are going to view things as being beneficial to you. You're going to view things as everything always working out for you. Whereas if you're coming from an identity of somebody who never gets anything that they want, you're going to perceive life to be harder. You're going to perceive people to be against you, for life to be against you. So if your life isn't the way that you would choose it to be, what vantage point are you viewing your life from? Now, you've heard of the expression, you can't see the forest for the trees. What that expression is telling you is that you can't see the bigger picture because you are far too in it. Yes, you are far too in the story to be able to see it in any other way. To see the bigger picture, you need to rise out of the story that you're telling yourself about your life so you can actually be able to perceive it differently. If you are too in your human, you will perceive life through your human lens. If you adopt an identity of being the observer of your life, if you adopt an identity of being the creator of your life, you will see your life completely differently. Now, at the moment, I know that everybody is talking about being the I am. Yeah, it's very trendy right now in the world of spiritual development and manifestation. And I'm here to tell you that it is absolutely true. If you can adopt the identity of the I am and know that you are source, know that you create your experience of the entirety of your life, then everything is easy because there is no wanting. There is no unfilled desire because you know that you have it all. You know that as the creator of your experience, you get to create it instantly. That's when manifestation becomes instant, when it's an internal feeling instead of an external image. Yeah. But I know for an awful lot of people that feels like something that is impossible to grasp. We have been brought up to not believe that we have the power that we have. We've been brought up to trust other people more than we trust ourselves. So whilst it's 100% true that when we can adopt the I am, knowing that we are the creator, life is easy, manifestation is easy, things just manifest into our lives with incredible ease, getting to that realization is sometimes a little bit trickier for people. Because even though we might consciously say, yeah, I am the creator, our nervous system is freaking out. Our mind is going, no, you're not. Our friends are going, you've really changed. Come back and be like we know you to be. So how do you bridge the gap between where you are and your understanding of being the I am? Well, you change your perception. You change the way you look at things. And Wayne Dyer, I think it was, said that, when you change the way you look at things, the things you look at change. And you know that to be true. You know that when you're feeling really good, somebody can say, oh, nice dress. And you'll go, yeah, it is a nice dress. I feel really good in this dress. When you're feeling really self-conscious, somebody can go, oh, nice dress. And you think that they're being sarcastic. You're like, oh, well, I don't know. Does it look bad? Yeah. And that's just a really simple example. But I know that that's one that, I've experienced in my life before. If I've been feeling really insecure about something, I cannot accept compliments. When you're feeling insecure in yourself, then it's really difficult for you to trust yourself, isn't it? But when you're coming from the vantage point of somebody who is secure, who is confident, then 9 times out of 10, it doesn't actually matter what anybody else says to you because you just brush it off. If they're being disrespectful, they're not important, right? Why are you going to validate their opinion if they're not being respectful of you? But that's because you're coming from a vantage point of being somebody who is respecting yourself. Whereas if you come from the vantage point of being somebody who doesn't respect themselves, when other people disrespect you, you actually accept that disrespect. So pay attention to how you're perceiving things. Notice when you are thinking thoughts that are working against the life that you would rather be living. What are you believing to be true about yourself in that moment? Are you believing yourself to be the creator, or are you believing yourself to be somebody that doesn't deserve respect, somebody that doesn't deserve love, somebody that doesn't deserve the abundance that life wants to give you? The way we perceive things tells us an awful lot about what's going on the inside. It tells us a lot about who we are believing ourselves to be. Our thoughts betray our true emotional state. Our thoughts betray our true identity. Because the fact is, you can perceive any single aspect of your life in 1,000 different ways. You can perceive your past differently than you've ever perceived it to be before, that creates a different experience in your present. So if you're not able yet to jump into the full understanding of being the I am, being the creator of your life, knowing that nothing out here is even anything to worry about, then work from where you currently are. Work on changing your perception. Like I say, if you can adopt the true identity of being the I am, of having the awareness that you are the creator, understanding that the power to experience the life that you want is all within, then work from where you are. Understand that you can view things differently. Understand that your thoughts can be viewed differently. And it really isn't just about ignoring the outside world. It's actually about perceiving it differently. Yeah? It's understanding that you are the cause and the effect is a result of who you've been, of the vibrational frequency that you have previously emitted. So it's not about fighting with reality. It's understanding that reality isn't that significant to how you feel about yourself. It's understanding that the desires that you have are meant for you and are already possible for you. The path to achieve them comes with the desire. So it's accepting and knowing and appreciating that it is already done. It's telling yourself the story of it already being done. And if the external proof doesn't back that up yet, you know that you're looking in the wrong place for the proof. The proof is how you feel about yourself. Do you feel empowered? Do you feel abundant? Do you feel loved? That tells you whether your manifestation has happened. You don't need to keep being drawn back into a story that doesn't serve the life that you want to live. So if you want less stress, if you want less burnout, if you want less overwhelm and less imposter syndrome, then learn to look at life differently. And obviously this is the work that I do with my clients who are typically 6- and 7-figure business owners, entrepreneurs, and leaders in their field. So if that is you, you'll find the link in the description. At the end of the month, I also have a workshop that is almost free, not quite, but almost. So if you have questions that you would like me to answer, if you would like a teaching on purpose and desire, that's the theme of this month's workshop, then again, the link to join me on that workshop is in the description. And to help you to get into the energy and the frequency of that state that creates the life that you want to be living, my previous video, which you'll find just there, is a meditation that will help you to get into that state of being. It is a blissful state of completeness. So enjoy that, and I'll see you next time. Take care. Bye.